go ahead.
Okay, your Sargent lock, you have this tail piece on the back you have to take off first. Pop that off. Set it aside because you have to put that back on. Put your key in, turn it, and then you can take the key out because it's not keyed up yet. Sargent lock kit. Then you use your, put this, whatever they call this.
Pusher outer.
Pusher outer. Put it in there. Turn it sideways so you don't get that locked up in the top. And you push it out. There should be 2 pins in here that you have to get rid of. And there should be 4 pins in here in the center.
And you have to take those out.
You have to take the 4 pins out. So you want to make sure, and you pop them out with this thing. You want to make sure that you got 4 of them right there. And then if the spring pops out, you got to put the spring back in again.
Yeah, just like the Schleg.
Yep. Now you're missing 2 springs in the front.
Okay.
And
those 2 springs were never in there, right?
no, those 2 springs are not in there.
Okay.
And 2 springs in the back.
All right.
What I do is I put them in by hand.
Well, how else would you put them in?
Well, you can use this.
A machine?
This is This is to put your springs in.
Oh, a spring installer?
They do have a spring one, yeah.
It's just as easy by hand, though.
But it's pretty much easy. You got to put it in,
Oh,
push it
I
down
gotcha.
and all that.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes the spring gets caught in there like that.
Right, I got
So
you.
I just put them in by hand.
Right.
Push it down like that.
You don't put the pins in, though, huh?
No, these are the ones that just sunned.
That's not like a Schleg.
No, Schlag doesn't have, Schlags always have the pins
In
in
them. Right,
the
okay.
housing.
Right.
This is called the housing. This is called the core. Schlag has the pins in the core. The ones in the housing stay.
Right.
Okay, now that you've done that, you've put all the springs in. I'm going to take that one back out so don't forget it. So you put all 4 springs in. Put the 2 in the front. Then you flip it around.
Do the 2 in the
Put the
back.
2 in the back. Okay, then that's done. Then you want to lay this thing down like that.
So the front's on your right-hand side? Oh, I see. And then you got the holes in the...
See the numbers on there
Yeah.
too? I got them numbered for you.
Okay.
1, 2. 1, 2 is your... Let me get the book for you. So then you get whatever Carl calls you and tells you what number to get. Say he wants a GB34. Here are your control pins, 12, 10. 12 goes in 1, 10 goes in 2.
Always 12 and a 10.
No, it's not going to always be 12
okay.
and 10. These are 10 10s.
Okay. It depends on...
But they always go in 1, 2.
But the GB is up there.
GB34, that's what it is.
And he's going to give us that number.
He'll give you that number and he'll tell you what key to key it to. He'll say key it to the G, you know, like this is the GC31. So then you key it to the GGM, the G, the GC, and the GC31.
Wow. So you got to do all of
So then
this.
you got, well, if it's not done, then you have to do it.
Okay, but
Otherwise,
usually the math is done on that?
usually the math's done on it.
Okay, where's your answer math at?
Here's your sheets if you got to do the math,
Yeah, but where's... Okay.
and then there's how to do it.
Okay, so we do have a reference on how to do
You
it.
have one there and one
Plus
there.
you're in Florida, we can call you.
Yes. And then, okay, so you put these 2 pins in, 12, 10. You start, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So, but then when you put them in here, you're going backwards.
Okay.
So you got 1, 2. Then you start over again. Then you go 10 is 1,
Oh my.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then you slide that in.
So you're actually putting one on top of another one in a couple spots.
Yeah, just in the controls.
Okay.
Just the control. You got a 5 and a 4
All right.
on top of this.
All right.
That's all that goes in. Then you slide this in
Praise the Lord.
to that black mark. You don't want to go any farther than that.
And then you turn.
Then it'll click. Then you take your driver. This is your driver.
And that pushes
And
up
that's got to push them up.
pins
Right?
up.
So then you got to kind of fart around with it a little bit, jiggle it around.
Right. And then you're going to push your core back.
Push it
in.
up. But you want to make sure you got one hole showing in the back.
Sure.
Otherwise you got it in the wrong spot.
I got you. Okay.
Once you get that, you flip it back. Okay, now the core, now the
Now you're ready.
housing.
Now you're ready to do
Now
it.
you do, this is just like a regular Schleg. Then
Oops. Let's see.
you have your bottom pins
Right.
and then you have your top master pins. Now over here, you gotta make sure you get the right ones. See it says master pins, top pins, master pins, bottom pins.
Gotcha.
These generally go in the top.
Oh, hope so.
These generally go in the bottom first, and then your masters go in after that.
Okay, so you have you're going to be putting 3 sets of pins in there then. Okay.
Yeah,
And these are the real dinky ones that are really a nightmare sometimes to put.
no,
in.
these are not dinky. These are all pretty big.
Okay, all right,
The dinky ones are the ones in here.
all right.
So that's pretty much it
Okay.
for keying this up. Then you just slide that in there like that. Put 2
Yeah,
holes in
put
there,
the core in there,
and then you just pop it in and
turn it, and it locks in,
and put this back on
and
again.
that's your
And cut your keys.
core holder, tailpiece.